Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your brother in the struggle coming right back at you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of this video, as you know, is to help you make sense of all the madness going on in this world in these last days that we are living under. Ladies and gentlemen, and it goes from the man that shot, what was it, 6 people in the city that I grew up at, New York, and killed a police officer. 2 people died. One of them was a police officer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just kind of coming at you once again video. This is just kind of a little taste of what I'm working on. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, we are living in this world of lies, and that this world is being ruled by the modern giants. Not giants in size, but giants in evil, madness, and ridiculousness. Okay? Giants in the mind and the psychological operated games that they're playing at us. And humanity has fallen for it. Because let me tell you exactly what is going on. You see, as you already know, whether you want to accept it or not, but that's the reality. It is what it is. Humanity sinned against its own creator. Okay? That's the reality. And ever since then, the powers that be took over that lie which was introduced to mankind. Okay? That they were going to live forever, and that you will become gods. Well, to this day, these people, the powers that be, believe that. And this young man that committed suicide, because after killing people, he killed himself. Guess on what floor? On the 33rd floor. You know what the 33rd floor means? The highest degree in Freemasonry or in Satanism, because that's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, okay? So the knowledge was introduced to mankind via our first mother Eve, and ever since then, everything, listen to me, everything has been a complete lie. Everything is lie. From religions to politicians, to politics. From politics to science. You name it. Okay? Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Epstein files. Oh, we got Obama now. Ladies and gentlemen, do not believe this lies. Remember what Donald Trump used to say on his first term? On his first go around, he was like, oh, I'm going to get Hillary. And after he got in power, what he did? Ladies and gentlemen, these people are in cahoot. Remember, leaders, political leaders, are told what to believe, what to do, and they just follow instructions. They're just a figurehead. They're just puppet in their very essence. This is why your votes don't count, ladies and gentlemen. So the giants in today's societies are the ones, and I'm going to mention some of them. Here they are. I mean, there are a lot more. Bill Gates. I forgot the guy's name. The head of BlackRock. Definitely the Rothschild. The Rockefeller. the Kennedys, the Bushes, the Clintons. These are the giants, ladies and gentlemen, that are shaping in this world. That are shaping this world. These are the giants in this last human generation that we are living under. And they have thrown everything against humanity. They're throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, and it has worked. Because humanity has followed through on their plan and their psychological operations. From the Epstein files, which is a distraction really, to the Kennedy assassination files. Remember, that was supposed to be public. Isn't that exactly what Donald Trump said? But that's not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, politicians lie to you. My grandmother used to say, what? A politician will promise you peace and bring you war. It is in their essence. Because remember, they are compromised by the real boss of this earth, which is Satan, the devil. And many people picture him as a horned dragon, ugly monster. No, ladies, he's an angel. Now you see why the powers that be have followed him. I'm not justifying them. I'm just telling you as to why they fell for his lies. Okay, their attitude was, well, this is what we got. Let's run with it. And hopefully we will indeed become gods. Because man has a God complex. Man thinks he's God. That's why they've been talking about the Satan project, which first started in Europe, and now it's being run all over the world, including the United States, with trying to block the sun for climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not the real reason they are trying. Climate change happens. Change is the only constant thing in life. That is a fact, Jack. Okay? So, climate change, forget it. That doesn't even make any sense. Okay? But what's happening is this, ladies and gentlemen. This is what's happening. This is the real deal. They want to destroy as many human beings as possible. The devil have thrown all kinds of poisons in the air, in your water. You want to know a specific poison that's killing a lot of people in the water? PFAS. The otherwise known as forever chemical. That piece of evil thing is used in anything that sticks, that won't let water come in. The Teflon, the Teflon frying pan, the non-stick frying pan, and that's causing a lot of cancer in people. A lot of people are dropping like flies. But then again, ladies and gentlemen, Satan is not interested in on the people that he already got. He's interested in getting God's chosen people. That is his goal. That is his agenda, to destroy God's people. Okay? They're making you believe that they have gone to the moon and back, but yet they lost all the technology. And they're talking about going, and they send places to Mars. Ladies and gentlemen, that's another lie. Remember, the scientific community, your financial community, your politics, your politicians, and your religious leaders, those are the giants in our society. Okay? So you got Anthony Fauci, Bill Gates, you got Carl Sagan back in the past, when they were talking about global warming. And now they're talking about climate change. First, they were talking about an ice age coming. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's get this straight. There are no stars. The Earth is an enclosed system. It has a kind of a glass ceiling, an impenetrable glass ceiling, which God put up in the heavens. And there's water above and there's water below us. And the earth it doesn't move. The sun and the moon. Right now in the United States, in most of the states, it's nighttime. In China, it is sun. So who moves? Not the earth. We're still here. There's no such thing as gravity. They lied to you. They even told you that. But anyway, I digress. Let me just tell you. What is happening, ladies and gentlemen, it's like the last game that they're playing before they introduce you. They come right at you with the mark of the beast system. Okay? The beast is already here. It has always been here, ever since we disobeyed our Creator and sinned against Him. Please do not forget the links that I will share with you. Okay? Because what I say here, I prove. Even with people that I respect and whose channel I joined, but I don't necessarily agree with their personal beliefs. Okay? But I like the undeniable optics that they show. Even they don't understand it because they don't give it the biblical context. Ladies and gentlemen, this human history is about to come to an end. Humanity is about to come to an end as we know it. Now that doesn't mean that we will no longer exist. We will keep on existing as we were meant to exist in the first place, to live forever and eternity. Now, will you be part of eternity, or are you content with this, with living for the moment? Are you content following the system that has lied to you, that has brainwashed you, that has deceived you with its religion, with the scientific community, like NASA lying to you? Even the logo is telling you they're with the devil. This whole world worship the devil. Okay, it's like Confucius of China said it best. Nations are not ruled by rules and laws. They are ruled by symbols, by the powers of the satanic symbols. And you see them everywhere. Okay? And all of the system, like the prostitute they used each other. For instance, religion, which was conceived by the devil himself, he, ladies and gentlemen, created religion so that he can later on come with Satanism, with Freemasonry. In fact, in order for you to become a Freemason, you must believe on a higher power. But it doesn't necessarily have to be God. You understand? These people telling you face whom they believe. Even in the money, they tell you that in God we trust. But they're not telling you which God. Okay? Of course not. Because it is Satan. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I'm here for. Just to, I'm almost done, believe it or not. Remember what I've been telling you. New York is about to be up. New York is about to be destroyed because New York's got to go first. That's why they're talking about putting a communist in New York. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, when you see in politics, which is the devil's game on people, even though religion has been the greatest trick, the greatest trick ever play on the human mind. But let me just tell you this: when you see ladies like Ocasio-Cortez, when you see Pelosi, when you see women on the social structure, ladies and gentlemen, in politics, it tells you all you need to know. I mean, these silly ladies. I mean, Crockett in Texas. They're telling you that politics is a lie, is a game for which you have fallen. Now they're talking about a big giant, the size of Manhattan, a big body thing coming down, and he could be full of demons, of aliens. You know why they're saying this? Because they know the truth. They know the truth. You know what they're referring to? I'll tell you. You want to know? Okay. There we go. Let us go to the last book of the Bible. That's why they're telling you this. See, over here we keep it real. This is what they're talking about because they know that this is coming. Look at this. But they are keeping this knowledge hidden from you. Just like they are keeping the book of Enoch away from you. In fact, the Roman Catholic Church took a lot of book of the out of the Bible. 16 of them. One of them being Enoch's. Okay? Listen to this. Chapter 9. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth. And to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. 2. And he opened the bottomless pit. And there rose smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. 3. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as the scorpion of the earth hath power. 4. And he was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their forehead. 5. And to them, listen, and to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented for 5 months, and the torment was as the torment of the scorpion when he stricketh a man. 6. And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. 7. And the shape of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle, and on the heads were as it were crowns like gold, and the faces were as the faces of men, and they had hair as the hair of woman, and the teeth were as the teeth of lions. And they have breastplates, as it were breastplates of iron, And he sounded, and the sound of the wind was as the sound of chariots of many horses running to battle. 10. And they had tears like unto scorpion, and there was sting in their tears, and their power was to hurt men 5 months. 11. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. You see what I mean? Apollyon. So that's what they know is coming. So they are conditioning humanity. They are making such a miserable humanity with the agenda of destroying God's people, okay, that the whole world will want a change. That's why they are poisoning your air. They are poisoning your water. They are poisoning your food. They are putting hormones in your meat, okay, in your beef and all of that. It's all part of the game, ladies and gentlemen. It's all part, but they don't know what they're doing. You think that they know? You think that man in their right mind, and I'm talking to the Freemasons, do you think that if they knew what was coming to them, you think they would do this? Of course not. But they don't care because they're already compromised. See, their fate is sealed. That's why they build them bunkers, and that's exactly what they will die too after they get tortured. Okay? So please do not get scared with all this. For instance, there was an earthquake that happened in Russia, which has caused fear of tsunami. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not be afraid. Establish a strong relationship with your Creator and have faith in God, following His 10 commandments that are right behind you. Okay? And you shall be okay, ladies and gentlemen. This is all for now. Hey, thank you for all those new folks that are subscribing to my channel, because this message can no longer wait, ladies and gentlemen. This is real. Okay? The Matrix is way evil. This is much evil than the Matrix. Okay? This is like the Matrix was like a walk in the park. This is real. May God bless you. Y'all take care. And remember, there is more.